Yes.
I am exhausted from today
Me too.
because we went to the outlets. Last time I went to the outlets, I got like 4 or 5 pairs. This time, I got like 12, 13. The deals were just like too good to
Yeah.
pass up
My outlets are hella dry. They're hella dry.
over in. But we'll get to where you're from in a second.
All right.
But welcome back to another episode of Sneak Speak. This is episode 4. It is July 6th, 2020. Once again, I am Mateo,
I'm Mason.
2 members of M&M Resell, and today we have another special guest, another fellow Instagram reseller that I've actually never met before until this Zoom call. Jose, say what's up to the people.
What's up? I'm Jose.
Like I said, I've never met him before, but Jose, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm a reseller, and yeah, I just like working on shoes. I like to like restore, and yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, restoring stuff.
I like
Give us
restoring.
so how old are you? Where you go to school, and what city are you from?
I'm 16. I'm from the Bay Area, Fremont. I go to Kennedy.
And then is Instagram your like main platform, or do you have like other platforms?
Well, it was until like I started using Depop.
Oh, okay. I want to try to get into Depop. That's a new one that I want to try
Yeah.
to start up. So what got you into shoes? And then what got you into shoes, and then what got you into reselling?
Well, I remember when I was small, my mom bought me like a pair of 12s, my first ever Jordans. They're the taxis. They're hella clean. I remember I looked back at it when I was like, well, I found it in junior high, and I was like, these are clean. And then, yeah, I pretty much like wanted them again. But in elementary, when the 2012 Breads came out, I wanted those. And yeah,
We were talking about this a little bit before, but how'd you get into reselling?
so I used to like, after I used to wear my shoes, I used to like clean it up and like sell it again to get money. And then I put that money again to like buy a new pair. And then like I repeat it. And then when I went to high school, I met this one reseller, and then I was like, I could probably make this into like a part time, like have fun and then make money too. So
Yeah.
yeah.
For sure.
Your Instagram name. Tell us about your Instagram name. How you came up with that one.
So it's Bay Area Plug 5100. I put Bay Area because I live in the Bay Area, and then I put my area code because like I live in Fremont. That's 5110. And I put an extra zero because my old account got hacked. And so I just added another zero.
Okay.
So I just
That
put an extra
sucks.
zero. Yeah.
Make sure you guys
Yeah,
follow Bay Area Plug 5100. Get him back after he got
Yep.
hacked.
He got a new logo. recently. It looks fresh.
Yeah.
It is fresh.
He actually, so when he listened to the original podcast and he reached out to us and he seemed pretty enthusiastic about it, so I definitely wanted to have him on. Yeah, he seemed pretty excited about having the opportunity to come on here. He looks embarrassed, bro. Don't be embarrassed, bro.
I'm not
It's fine.
embarrassed. I'm just shy.
Bro, I really appreciate you reaching out, and I'm excited to
Yeah.
talk about what we got to talk about today. A little bit what we're going to get into. GOAT has done it again. They have continued to impress me. Some of their new updates are debatable, but we'll get into that. Jose wanted to talk about Instagram references and how to spot a reliable person on Instagram, and you can never be too careful. Talk about that. We have a few Q&A questions that I really like, and then as always some sleepers and good investment opportunities. I want to take this episode, maybe every couple episodes, to talk about how our past investments have done for us. So like in the past episodes we've talked about like the Royal Toes, the top threes, and maybe just very briefly talk about if we had that shoe and what we decided to do with it up until this point. That'll be very brief, and then we'll talk about a couple of the future releases coming out and how we think those are going to go. So starting it off with GOAT. GOAT is taking over everything. Just a quick summary, and I'll let you guys talk about it. The way GOAT works is very similar to StockX. For everybody that doesn't know, you just list your price, and people bid prices, and then once they match, then you've got a sale, and you ship out your shoes, and they verify it, and then they send you money. GOAT in the past, up until this point, has only done it in $5 increments. So you can only bid or list your item at $5 increments. So like $100, $105, $110. They have recently taken that out, so it's down to the nearest dollar, just like StockX, which gives a lot more room for flexibility, but also a lot more room for undercutters. So I don't know how you guys feel about that. But even still, after this no more $5 increments, they still have better payouts than StockX in my experience with the shoes that I'm selling. The payouts are insanely better. Their customer service is on top of everything. They got when you open up a ticket, if you have a problem, they get back to you like same day. I've had problems with StockX where I email them multiple times. They never get back to me. A lot of that has to do with COVID. So, I mean, I'm not like super smacking on StockX because, you know, the COVID-19 thing has been taking a big toll on them. And I totally understand that. However, GOAT has not been delaying through this pandemic, which is great for me because a lot of my stuff at StockX has been at the StockX facility for almost a month now. And when I get paid by GOAT in like 4 days, just like I used to with StockX. Like I said, the pandemic is affecting everyone differently, but it doesn't seem to be affecting GOAT that much, which is a very strong motivator for me to go to GOAT. And lastly, Mason just told me right before we started this podcast is that GOAT they have Palace, I ruined it. They have Supreme, they have Off-White, they have other brands, but they recently just added Palace, which is my favorite brand.
Yep.
So I'm super excited about that.
That's just opening it up to a whole lot more people, I feel like.
Yeah. So let's start with the $5 increments. What have you guys experienced? What have you guys experienced with these no longer having the $5 increments on GOAT?
I mean, I would have liked it to stay $5 increments, to be honest, just because of what you said with the undercutting on StockX. Because that's just all that StockX is. But I feel like GOAT can afford to do something like that with the customer base it has, and the fact that it has used shoes makes a lot more sense sometimes. But what I don't like is, I mean, I prefer, what I would prefer is like 5, of course, because you're not going to have someone with a more beat pair doing a price like $1 less than someone else with a more nice pair. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And from what I've seen is like there's been a little bit of undercutting, but it's not, I haven't seen it get to the point where the value of a shoe has dropped significantly. Like it hasn't dropped more than $20. I mean, the ones that I'm watching, that's just what I've observed. Jose?
Yeah. So, I mean, it's good for bidding. Like, depends like what shoes you want, like used or new. I feel like I was kind of good because, like, let's say you want to get like a shoe for like a less price because like it's kind of beat, and you won't pay for that price. So I mean, it's good for some people, but sometimes it's not.
Yeah. And the whole thing about like undercutting, I don't think there's any, like if a shoe is at 170, I will put it at like 169. Fine. But if somebody comes back like 5 minutes later and goes 168, like I'm not going to keep going, and that's what you see on StockX a lot. But
all the time.
But like you have to keep in mind that if you're undercutting on a sneaker once or twice, like you're not really dropping the value, like you're just trying to get your price out there so that somebody buys it faster. But if you and another reseller are just another seller, you and another seller are just undercutting each other just by $1, it adds up, and before you know it, you've decreased your own shoe by $20. And there's nothing you can do about it. You can't just take away your undercut because the ask right above you is only $1 more. So you have messed up the market for everybody. That's why everybody is always mad about undercutting.
Yeah.
Right, because other sellers will follow that. Because
Yeah.
you can always take away and ask, but then you have to follow what the market is doing.
Yeah, there's other people, like you're not the only asks out there.
Right.
So have you guys experienced anything with the customer service or the delays?
Oh yeah, GOAT service is really good. There's no doubt about it. I've had a few experiences, but I've never had, like I said, I think I said this in 2 episodes ago, I've never had an experience with fakes or anything, or getting something that I delivered that as not described. And like you said, they're very communicative.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's just what's important right now in a time like this, just to get ahead when you can.
Yeah. Jose, before this whole pandemic, would you say you sold more on StockX or Goat or neither?
I actually never sold or bought something off Goat. I tried to sell something on StockX, but like I'll put it out there and people will bid, but then like you said, it'll decrease and then it'll go up and then down and yeah. So I feel
Yeah.
like I could probably sell like better on OfferUp where someone will actually just buy it like off my hand. I could get the money like right away and not wait.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true too. Just that what we talked about in the past, like these big apps with these big audiences just open you up to a lot more people than in your local area. But like
Mm,
Jose said, there's no, you don't have to wait for authentication or anything off OfferUp. Like you can just meet up with someone same day even and get that cash. Um, Basically that's it. Go, keep doing what you're doing. StockX, please verify my stuff. I need the money.
Yep. But I mean, I think the Palace is super cool too, because they just keep adding more and more, and soon they're just gonna have everything that StockX has, and
Yeah,
it'll be
even StockX, like they don't always have everything.
it'll be
yeah.
interesting if they do used clothes too.
Bro, that would be a game changer. I'm
Yeah,
buying
I
all
was
the
about to say
Palace
that.
tees.
Yeah.
If anybody's listening to this and you have a size small Palace tee, DM me a picture because I might want it. I really want that, like those what is it called? The Where's Waldo? You know what I'm talking about? Like it was the
Oh,
Palace
yeah.
tee, a Triferg tee, and it was like striped.
Yep.
They had a red one, but I want the blue one.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if
those
anybody's
are
listening to this, hit
really
me up.
sick.
But don't ask me to pay like $150. The t-shirt's not worth that much. Sorry.
Mm.
Instagram references. Jose, you wanna lead it off with this one? What's your experience with
Uh,
like scammers and all that?
I mean, sometimes the rest don't really matter no more because like you could build up your reputation and get like hella reps, and then like you said earlier, like out of those, like let's say you made like 400 sales and they went through smoothly, and then out of those one, like just one, you could just not even ship out the shoe. You could basically scam them and not get caught. Now, that's kind of messed up on like the referrals because sometimes you have to rely on it since PayPal is not doing goods and services no more. So you gotta take the chance.
Yeah, about that goods and like the invoicing and the goods and services. To be honest, I feel like I might still like use it because it's still like, gonna exist and it's still gonna work the same. It just like I gotta look into the terms more. It's so confusing to think about. Like, why are they taking away? Like, they say that it's not gonna qualify for certain items, but there's no way they're just gonna like disqualify all these items. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, why would you like take out some of the goods in your goods and services like marketplace?
That is indirectly a source of income for them.
Yeah.
So
but yeah, you gotta take a risk on looking at the referrals.
yeah. I mean, I see like that a lot of the time. References are mostly just. I mean, that they're reliable for the most part. I feel like, but sometimes it's just. I don't know how to say it. It's just like lots of good reviews. You don't ever see a bad reference.
Yeah,
And if
Yeah,
someone
yeah,
has a
yeah.
bad experience, usually they say like, "Oh well, they took a while to ship, but it was a good experience overall."
And here's where I have a problem with it. So, just a quick catch up for everybody that doesn't know what we're talking about. Refs is short for references, which is basically Instagram's version of reviews. I don't know any other accounts that have them other than reselling accounts, but it's basically like you're able to leave like your 5-star review, but it's on a post. You leave it in the comments section, and because like Instagram is like one of those unregulated marketplaces, so it's not really made for leaving reviews, right? So
Yeah.
we come up with a creative way for people to share their experiences on buying with us.
And I mean, we use references, and I
Yeah.
send it to people to leave a reference and stuff. But
Yeah, it's a great way to build credibility, especially for people like new people coming to your page.
yeah, new people for sure.
Yeah, but I want to give a shout out to everybody that is in the market to buy off of resellers on Instagram. Because here's the thing. Like Jose said, you can build a reputation. You can do 900 sales. And imagine just one time the seller just doesn't ship the shoe out. They just decide not to ship the shoe out. A lot of people will respond with like, "Yeah, but I don't want to ruin my reputation. I'm I'm not going to ruin my reputation over $200." Like, okay, but who's stopping you? And I don't want to be like one of those guys that like doesn't trust anybody, cuz like it just takes some like you just got to be very careful. Like you want to take all the proper precautions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if somebody has a bad experience, they can leave that comment, but nothing's stopping the owner of the Instagram account
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
delete
that's
that
what I was
comment.
about to say, yeah.
Really, nobody really reads every single comment,
No.
but like mostly you just look and be like, oh dang, they have 900 refs. We don't really look into them. Plus, if you do leave a bad ref, it's buried under a ton of other
Yeah.
good refs.
Yeah.
So
That's why people do like these things on stories to bring attention to these pages. I feel like.
yeah, there's a lot of good signs that can. There's a lot of good signs to show that a Instagram reseller is legit, and I try to do everything that I can to show that I'm authentic.
Right.
One of those ways that I very much support is using a tag, which Grailed, also, what's the word? Promotes that you
Enforces,
like. Yeah, enforces that you use a tag, which basically you write your username on a piece of paper and you put it in the picture, so there's no watermark. Because you can put a watermark. I can put Mason's holding his right there. Because you can put a watermark of M&M Resell over the picture, but you can just take a picture from Google and Photoshop your name on top of it on the computer, right? But if you have a piece of paper in the photo, then either that's your shoe or somebody else took the shoe and like they know you. You know what I mean? Because like on our Instagram, if you go to our Instagram, every single picture is going to have our name
like a
in it.
business card, right? Also
And it's business card, or like you write your name on a piece of paper, or or like some people put like a stuffed animal in there, like something consistent to show that it's your picture. And I think it really, really helps. Same goes for like the same background. If you go to an Instagram page and they got one picture on a wood floor, one picture against a green wall, one picture against a white wall, one picture in front of the pool, like it's very inconsistent. It just looks like they're grabbing pictures from other people's Instagrams and posting it on their own.
like when I first started like buying, I'll go out on Facebook and I'll see like people like writing down like their names next to a shoe, and now like I was confused, right? I was like, why do they like put their name right there? But like learning more, I see like they're just proving that the shoe is real and they're not gonna scam, because like some people actually like put their ID on, like they take the like they actually put their ID or like their school ID next to a shoe to know that they're legit and they won't get scammed. Yeah. I mean,
And I think it says something when you're willing to
Yeah.
put out like your face, or like, kind of make it your own. Or like same thing with like, I don't even think I've ever done business with Jose, but the fact that he's showing his face to me over Zoom, the fact that he's willing to come on here and talk to all you guys, I think is a great sign.
Right.
Like, I don't think a scammer would come on here. I don't even want to promote this, because here's what I'm going to say to listeners. If you want to do business with Jose, I think it's fine. I'm 90% sure it's fine. I've been talking to him in the DMs
for like
a
months,
while now, almost a year. Yeah, but I've never actually done business. Same thing we were talking about references. Like, just be careful with everybody, all right? Be careful with everybody. I'm gonna vouch that we are legit and that Jose is legit. But Instagram is not regulated, so Instagram reselling on its own is kind of sketch.
You gotta look out for yourself.
Basically, like you're taking a risk right there. You could lose, you could win. Sometimes you're losing. That's why I guess like some people like don't like buying from us resellers on Instagram, because they feel like they're gonna get scammed.
I think the safest thing to do is just do meetups and do it, and make sure you do it in a public place. That's like the safest.
Like today, someone texted me about my UNC 11s. They wanted to meet up, but he couldn't like come this far, and I was like, I could ship for you, right? I'll even ship the same day and everything when I receive the money, because like I can't like just ship the shoe without like receiving the money, because I could easily get scammed. And I even said in my refs and everything. And then I feel like he didn't feel safe because like I don't think he never done business like through Instagram. So yeah,
That's the thing too. Like you can't like really hold
you
anyone
can't
to
like
that. Like
force them because then if you force them or like try to force them, they get thinking you're a scammer, and then yeah,
yeah, you just come
yeah,
off as a scammer. Yeah. Other things too is like if you ask for more pictures and they don't send it to you,
yeah.
that's a
I
red
mean,
flag.
if they do send it to you, they're not sending it to you on like live picture.
But also, again, they could just not ship out that shoe
Yeah,
that they have in their house. You know what I mean? But it's a good sign.
yeah,
And if all those good signs add up, it's probably a safe bet. There's honestly not too many scammers on Instagram. It's just like that's just the worst of it. Like that's like the worst part about Instagram reselling is that it's easy
yeah,
to be a scammer. You know what I mean? But in my experience, there's not that many.
Yeah, you just have to do whatever you can to keep yourself safe. Like what we were talking about in the other episodes about
Yeah.
not doing gifted upon arrival
I mean,
and all of
like
that.
Yeah.
there's like some resellers who sometimes are legit, sometimes they're not, because like they feel like they could get away with it, and yeah,
And then another thing about like on the same topic of like vouching for other people, shout out for shout out. We do that a lot. It's kind of the same thing, but it's also kind of different. So basically, shout out for shout out. I take a screenshot of your feed and I post it on my story, and we do it for each other, and we both gain
yeah,
followers, we gain reach. That's the whole point. But if somebody from my page goes to this person's page that I shouted out, and then they scam them, like it could be on me, but it's not like I vouch for them, but I'm not like, I'm not like putting my reputation on the line by shouting them out. Whereas if I put my like, I am putting my reputation on the line if I leave you like a review, because that's like after we've
yeah,
completed business and all that stuff. It probably goes the same for Jose, but if anyone's listening to this and we shout out anybody, feel free to DM us and be like, "Have you ever done business with them? Like, tell me about your experience." And if we haven't, then I'll tell you like I haven't done business with them. But here's my opinion on whether I think they're sketch or not.
yeah. Because like once I shouted out to someone, and then someone that was following me saw, then they liked something off their post, so they DM'd them, and then like the transaction went through. Like that person sent the money through Zelle, and he got scammed. Then he
Mm.
texted me like, "You shouted him out. I thought he was legit and all that." And I was like, I didn't know. Like
Yeah.
I never done business with him. I didn't leave a reference. So it's probably not like the same time it's on me, but like the same time it's not on me.
Yeah.
I just like made that guy waste like his hard, how you say his
Hard-earned money.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and yeah,
But yeah, I don't want to like we're saying all this stuff and like I don't want to scare anyone from like I don't want to take any money out of this Instagram reselling platform, but I just want everybody to be careful because the worst thing that can happen is you get scammed.
yeah,
The best thing that can happen is you find shoes for a steal, and
yeah. That
it's
happened to me
better.
too.
Like
Yeah,
you can find better prices than anywhere else because all these Instagram resellers are just competing with themselves and like apps and platforms like Goat and StockX. Where Goat and StockX don't care about Instagram, they have the high prices because like they're just focused on their
yeah,
marketplace, which is already bigger than ours. But we have to beat everybody, so you
mm.
will find great deals.
I feel like posting the steals is also a way to like kind of to say thank you to the whoever you have following you,
Yeah,
supporting you.
yeah,
Like on StockX, you don't have followers, so it's not like I'm gonna throw you a steal if I don't even know who I'm selling to.
because
yeah,
like when you buy something off StockX, like StockX doesn't tell you who you bought it off who, so you can actually like yeah, you
Exactly.
don't know the person.
And
Yeah,
there's just fees.
yeah, the fees,
yeah,
and I'm just saying like how you said like scammers will actually like put out some steals for people can fall in the trap. Like I actually fell in someone's trap. They're selling some Jordan ones, Obsidians, size 11.5 OG none, right? For $75. That was when like
oh,
back then like their market wasn't really too high, but they're in like the $200 range. So
yeah,
I was like that's a good deal because like it was dirty and everything, and I took the chance. I actually sold them $75, and then he would
and
just
then
like lag
nothing.
on me too also, and then he'll say it should be here by Friday. He also had like good reps too.
Yeah.
Does that's a deal that you did in the past or are you doing it right now?
That was in the past. That was like a couple
Okay, yeah.
months ago. Yeah, but yeah, I took that risk. Like that's what I'm saying. Like you see the risk, you take a risk. Like you see that they're like legit, right? You take a risk to get that steal.
I mean, the biggest advice I can give to people is if it seems like too good of a deal,
Yeah,
it probably is.
Yeah.
yeah. If it's
Like
too
if
good
you
to be
see
true, then it
something,
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly. And it's just better to move on rather than put yourself out there.
Yeah. Because if you think about it, that $75 I could like put into a different shoe that
Yeah.
to a seller that I trust more than a random person. So
Yeah.
I mean, like we all like learn from our else, and yeah, when I do business, I check like if people like that they did business with, and I see like they're close, I do business with. But like if I never met them, then I'll probably tell them like you want to do GUA, and like I'll even like prove that I'm legit. But yeah.
Yeah. Like if people have done business with them, then it's a
Yeah,
good sign because you
and
can
I
at least
even
trust that person.
yeah, and I even DM them like they're legit and everything, and they're like, yeah, we done like this much, like we saw each other this much times or like something like that. Yeah,
Yep.
that's where I feel more comfortable sending money to that person than sending to a random person. Cause like when I like send money to a random person, like almost like every day. I feel like, oh, I'm gonna get scammed. I'm gonna get scammed, and I'm not even gonna get like my package. So that's why sometimes like I trip and I text them what's the tracking number and everything. Cause like
Yeah. Tracking number is important. If you don't get a tracking
yeah,
number, red flag. Everything should come with a tracking number. Everything bigger than an envelope should already have a tracking number.
yeah. Cause I feel more comfortable when they're at the post office and they even like take a picture with the box and then right after they send you the tracking number. That's when like um
Yeah.
my anxiety leaves right there. Cause like
Yeah.
oh like yeah I feel like
Like at least something's
yeah
coming my way.
yeah
So on the topic of scammers, into the Q&A section, I got this question from Mark Mitch 11. If I remember correctly, I met him at the mall at the SpongeBob Kyrie drop, and I remember he was
Ooh.
outside the store and he was like, I forgot how old. He's younger than us, but he was there with his dad and he's like, dang, I really wanted this like Squidward size 8, whatever. I was like, I have the Squidward size 8, and then we started talking and it was cool and he's been in the DM since. So appreciate you.
That's respect. Thanks,
Yeah,
bro.
he asked us, have you ever had fakes? While I think, how about somebody? Have you ever had fakes?
I was on Let Go and I saw a pair of Sean Witherspoons. And it was just kind of the thing the advice I was saying.
Too good
Like,
to be true.
if it's too good to be true, just move on. And
Yeah.
it was a steal for these Sean Witherspoons. And I said to him, I asked him for all the right pictures for a
Legit check.
legit check, and it did not pass the legit check. And I was like, these are fake. And he just straight up just didn't deny it. And he sold it for like barely over 100 probably, he said.
What the heck?
Cause I saw on Let Go that it was sold, and I was like, oh, I wonder how much he sold them for.
Bro, Loki for
And I
fakes.
asked him.
For Loki for fakes, I feel like 100's like not that bad.
Yeah,
For
I don't know, man.
Witherspoons?
I mean, I reported him, of course. So, but
Yeah.
the reason I can't sell on Lego is because like how you told us like how you're telling us there's a good deal also on Lego for the Off-White Presto size 11 no box also for like 400 and then I'm negotiating with the guy for like up to 320 and then I checked the shoes right and they look fake to me. Then I told them I called them out and I was like they look fake and then he started like cussing me out and then threatening me. He like I'm gonna shoot you and all that.
What?
And then,
Wait, in person?
No, like through
Oh.
messages. Yeah, I screenshot the chat. I DM like I like email Lego to like get him like off right. And then they found out my age, like so they banned me
Oh.
because like you're supposed to be 18. So we both took a loss.
Oh. Hey, you took a dirty
That's
man off
crazy.
the streets though. It's
Yeah.
fine. You'll be back. You'll be back. When you turn 18, you'll be back.
In 2 years, yeah.
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 For me, I think, okay, here's the thing, and it's funny. I think I've had one pair of fakes ever, and it was probably like 8 months ago or something. I'm not gonna call out the guy that sold me them because I don't think he realized that they were fake. He sent me 2 shoes. One of them was definitely real. The other one I was skeptical about, but I thought it was real. But for the sake of the scenario, let's just assume that they were fake. I did a trade, and basically I never got my end of the trade. So I definitely lost money. I got scammed. But at the end of the day, it might have been a fake. So I'm going to go with the theory that it
What were
actually
the
was
shoes?
a fake. It was some Yeezy V2 Oreos. And they were like brand new at the time. They're going for like $850. And I was trying to sell mine for like $350 because they were used.
Mhm.
And I got them for a really good
There's
price.
But there's so many fake Yeezys out there, man.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had a fake in my possession.
Like, they were close, but they were off by a little bit. But I didn't, like, I was still naive about that stuff. So, like, if I had a fake, that was the one. And it's kind of good that that was the one because that was the one that... So, like, he got scammed, but he scammed me for a fake, so...
Yeah. Like, I had a lot of pair of Yeezys, and I'll, like, look at the stitch, and I'll actually, like, count it, like, to, like, legit
dang.
check a pair. Yeah. That's how, like, I got kind of smart on legit checking Yeezys, and, yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to learn what I can.
Yeah.
Well, there's this, there's this app that's gaining popularity pretty quickly called Check. And I haven't used it yet to verify anything, but I've heard a lot of success stories from it, and so I think I would recommend that to anyone. We actually have a code for that. If you put in M&M resale, when you make a new account, you'll get, I think, one verification for free, and it's like $3 or something. So if you want to try it out and see how it works.
Yeah, I feel like...
I want to intentionally send them a fake pair and intentionally send them a real pair, and let's see what they say, because I see this all over the place, but, I mean, people won't post. If they have a fake pair and they didn't know it, they won't post it. So I want to see, like, I actually want to see what the process is like, and maybe we'll share that with you guys.
I think I recommend people using that app now, to not, like, get scammed no more. Like, people who barely, like, know about shoes and actually, like, want to get into shoes, I think they should, like, get that app. And, yeah.
For sure.
Particularly,
it's not super expensive.
Yeah. It's probably, like you said, like, $3 to verify it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they also they price it based on how fast the verification comes back. Because you can do 30 minutes, 2 hours, 40.
Yeah, and 6
or 4
hours.
hours or something.
Or 6 hours too.
Yeah, something like that. I'm not sure exactly. I should look into it, but...
Wait, I'm
another thing that I just thought of. I don't know why I just thought of this. There's always these really sketch Instagrams, like without the tags, like you said. And they were selling, like, same thing that you said, Jose, like with the off-white Prestos.
Yeah.
And I was like, really, I knew that they were fake.
I know where this is
because it just was, this account was too good to be true, and so I DM'd them and I said, "Do you have a pair in 10.5? I really need them." And if anyone out there knows, off-white Prestos don't come in half sizes. The guy straight up was like, "Yeah." So just from that, I knew he was fake. That's one way, I guess, you can find a scammer. And like you said, Jose, he started cussing me out. He's like, "Well, actually, they do." He's trying to like blame it on me.
He's trying to like act
It was
smart.
so funny.
That's another thing. If you know something
funny.
doesn't exist, ask for it. And if they're a scammer, they're just gonna try to get their money, and they're just gonna say yes.
Yeah,
So,
I've been through that.
It was hilarious.
I used to like I actually used to mess around with some people who try to like sell fakes as like as real, right? Actually, once this guy was trying to sell me some Oreos, some fake ass Oreos, for like 400 actually. They're super fake. They didn't even say supply 350. And then I actually made him drive.
What?
I actually made him drive like an hour to me, and then I just flicked on him, and he started cussing me out like during like over the phone. That was pretty funny.
I wouldn't flake on him. I'd show up and be like, kind of talk to him. But the fact that you made him drive an hour is kind of funny.
Yeah, cause like that's what he gets for like trying to like sell like fakes as real. Cause like some people will actually fall for it. People who like actually don't even know how to tell fakes, they'll actually fall for it. Yeah. I feel like that's how I like kind of like made him like less confidence of selling it.
Yeah. Another question we got was rank Jordans 1 to 34 from Sideshow Guerrero. Sorry, we're not gonna do all 34. We don't have time for that. So we're gonna narrow it down to the first 14, and we don't even have time to go 1 through 14. If you guys want to hear us go 1 through 14 or even 1 through 34, DM us and I will actually put some thought into it and I will send you a list if you're actually interested.
We can post it somewhere.
Oh,
So
wait, yeah, let's do that. I forgot. We said we were going to do that. If you want to see it, DM us and we'll post it on our story, all three of us, and we'll list 1 to 14, all of our favorite Jordans. If that pops off, then maybe we'll do 1 to 34. But for now, we have picked our top 3
and worst 3.
Yep, our top 3 and our worst 3 out of the first 14. Who wants to start?
I can go.
Good.
I don't care. All right.
Go with your bottom 3 first.
Bottom 3. I was gonna say. Okay, so in 14, we were talking about this earlier, and we prepared this list a little bit beforehand, and I said, if you don't have Jordan 2 on your bottom 3, I don't know what to tell you. So in 14, I have Jordan 2, and I mean, just all around, the story of the Jordan 2 isn't that great, right? Like, didn't Jordan want to leave Nike after that shoe was released? And it's just not that good. I don't think I would ever buy a pair of Jordan 2s. In 13, I have Jordan 8. I don't know a lot about these. I just don't like them that much. And in 12, I had Jordan 14.
Oh.
And that one was kind of hard for me to put because I really like the candy cane 14s.
Yeah. Oh, those are.
Those are hard. And it's a pretty unique shoe. The Ferraris are cool too.
Yeah.
I like the new
but
ones.
I think in 12 I'm gonna have to just like the 1 through 14 is too good. There's too many good shoes, so I had to put it in 12.
Jose, you said you like the new ones, the Toros.
The new Toros, yeah. Those are what.
Yeah, the Toros are clean.
I actually didn't like 14s, but like since I saw those when they came out, I actually want those now for personals.
I know. Yeah. And then in 3 I have Jordan 11. I like the lows. Those are clean. I mean, and the highs. People are gonna rip on me for liking the lows. The highs too. The Concords and Cool Grays and the UNCs are clean. Number 2, Jordan 3. I feel like this was just too much of a revolutionary shoe not to have in top 3. With the cement and the elephant print. And I have...
And no Nike logos on it. That was like the first one to have.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I think the two I think has.
The 2s don't...
Do they? I think if they do, it might be subtle. But might be mistaken. But also the 3 was the first Air Jordan to have a visible air bubble. And then that just kind of never went away.
That's a big thing.
Yeah.
I have a lot of... I like the 3s a lot just for a lot of that reason. Yeah. I have a pair of Fire Reds for personal. And then for number 1, Jordan 1. I don't think there's any other answer.
They're too classic.
It's too clean. It goes with everything. You can put any colors on it, and just the history behind it can't be compared to anything else in this Jordan collection.
Yeah. If it's okay with Jose, I want to go next because I was actually surprised because my bottom 3 are very similar to Mason's. We didn't talk to each other about what our order was. We just kind of wrote it down.
Yeah.
But. So, Mason, you said your bottom 3 going from worst. Your worst one was 2, and your second worst one was 8 or 14.
Correct.
8. So 2, 8, and then 14.
Yeah.
From the bottom up.
Yeah, from the bottom up.
My worst one is the 8. I don't like the 8.
I like the 8s.
You do like the 8?
Yeah.
The 8s are just too like the 8s. Again,
just compared to everything else,
bulky,
it's just not
that's
there.
why.
Yeah, just
That's
again to me, I don't do bulky. 8s are just super bulky.
What's the? There is one colorway that I really like of the 8s. Is it Aquas?
Yeah.
Aquas are probably like the most classic out of the 8s, but even still, I don't really like those. Like I don't really like any of the colorway of the.
Not even the playoffs.
Colorways of the 8s. Not really. I'm just not a fan. I don't know. It's like that upper, like around the ankle area. I don't like how that looks. I don't know. The 14s are my second least favorite. My probably one exception. The Toros are cool. I mean, I'm not gonna wear all red, but the materials on those are really nice. But the one pair of 14s that I actually really like are the DMPs, the black with the metallic gold. because the leather quality
It's
is
just
awesome.
always a clean color.
And the metallic gold is one of my favorite colors. And then my third least favorite is the 2. The 2 is very hated on, I feel like, because it's simple, but I also feel like because it's simple, it doesn't belong in the bottom 2. And I feel like for me, like, they're like the 14s and the 8s are just like kind of doing too much, compared to the 2. Like the 2 just gets hate because it doesn't stand out, and it doesn't, like, it's not really super special. Nobody really has any
Jordan 2
nostalgic
sucks.
ties to the 2. Whereas the 4 and the 8, you can argue otherwise, but I just don't like the bulky look of those 2. My top 3.
That's crazy. We had the same top bottom 3.
Yep.
They're gonna think we talked about
Yeah.
this. That's crazy.
My top 3. My number 3. I couldn't decide between these and the Jordan 3s, but I chose the Jordan 5s. After I just talked about bulkiness, I really like the fat tongue. The fact that the tongue just like sticks out there, and it's like the main feature of the whole. I don't know. I love it. Again, with the metallic gold, my favorite one are those like Olympic, the gold ringed ones with the white and the metallic gold. Sexy. Dumb sexy. Also the bottom, like the soles. Like when I look at the soles,
the
and I
fives.
see like
The fives are awesome.
when they have the
fire
translucent
reds,
outsole and you see the Jumpman on it, that's sexy. The 20, in my
Yeah.
opinion, the Fire Reds are underrated, but I think that it was a 2013 Fire Reds. I like those better. I like it better.
You like the 23 on the side.
Yeah, I love the 23 on the side. Same reason why I like the top 3 5s. But I just wish the top 3 5s, I don't like the black. Whatever. Beside the point. My second favorite Jordan 11. I don't know. Once I started getting into Jordans, I just kind of had ties towards the 11. I'm not really sure what it is. I think a big part is that like they don't make many colors. Like this is one of the most rare Jordans out of all of them. Like they don't
Yeah.
make many colorways of the 11s. At least the high tops.
Yeah,
Because like you can
like,
probably count the high top colorways on your fingers.
because like the low tops
Yeah.
are ugly for me. They're just ugly.
Yeah, that's actually wow. Okay, fine. That's actually the only pair of Jordan retros that I have are the low top Columbia blue 11s. But yeah, the
Those are
11s are my second
clean.
favorite. My number 1.
And those aren't the price on those aren't too bad either. Sorry.
What, the 11s? Wait, what?
Yeah, the 11 lows.
Oh
If
yeah.
you get a used pair.
Yeah. My number 1 are the Jordan 4s.
Yeah,
I don't like especially with this metallic pack. I loved every single one of those because I love it when those little lace locks are like metallic or chrome. They happen on a lot of other other shoes too. I think the back tab is really iconic, like that shape.
Yeah.
And the netting on the side too. Same with the 5s. They had that netting on the tongue.
yeah,
I really like
makes
that
it
netting.
sexy.
For sure.
Yeah, everybody loves the Jordan 1s, and it's like, I understand it, and I don't want to like hate on the Jordan 1. The Jordan 1s are probably in my top 5, but it's just because like, I don't want to say they're basic, but like if you're like looking at all 14, the Jordan 1s are the most basic. Yes, they are the most iconic, but if I'm picking my favorites, if I want to wear something, like I want to pick something a little bit different.
Yeah, I
nothing
mean, the
against ones,
Jordans are
it's just like
the Jordan 5s and the 4s and all of that. And the 6s for sure too. They're just unique silhouettes.
yeah.
Yeah,
And I feel like a lot of that is why people like Jordans a lot. It's just like, it's a shoe that looks nothing like anything else that you can find.
Yeah. Whereas like with the Jordan 1s,
With a Jordan
Yeah.
1, there's a few shoes
like
that...
there's the Air Forces, the Dunks,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the Blazers. Like arguably they look the same, but
I can see what you mean.
all of those shoes are still really nice, but that's top. Number 1 didn't make my top 3. Jose.
so my least threes are, I don't like the Jordan 7s at all. I don't like how like it's shaped. I don't like how it looks on my foot. Like, I mean, there's some good colorways. I like them, but like, it's just not for me.
You feel like the 7s are like too sharp?
Yeah, it feels like,
Like I don't know how else to describe it, but like it's a pretty sharp looking shoe. You know what I mean?
yeah, it looks like kind of like I don't know how to describe, like a boat kind of, not like a boat, but like I don't know how to explain, but yeah, it's like,
Interesting.
It's a little funky.
yeah, I feel like there's some good colorways, but they'll probably just sit because like people don't like wearing them because like they look weird in their foot. I mean, there's some people who could rock them, but like I feel like I can't.
Mm.
That's why I don't like them. I had a few pairs, but like
Is that your least favorite? Is the 7?
yeah, I don't like the sevens at all no more.
Okay.
It's like an ugly 6.
Yeah, and my other one is the 13s. I don't like how it's like too bulky. I like bulky shoes, but like not that much. The only pair I like from the 13s is just the Breads. That's the only
Mm.
pair,
Yeah.
and it doesn't look good on me. But yeah, my like third one is of course the number 2. Like I don't like them at all. They're just like too plain. They just like don't even look like a Jordan like that.
Yeah.
They look like those type of shoes you'll find at Ross.
Wait.
It's just not good.
Yeah, and my top threes are of course the Jordan number ones, and 2 classic. I feel like you could rock them like anywhere or like anywhere you get to go to, like a party. You could rock it with anything basically. Just look normal. It's like
Yeah.
people wearing like Vans basically. They say
Yeah, that's the other
classic,
thing too.
yeah,
Like that's what like wearable. I forgot. Like that's a
yeah.
very important part.
And the number 4, Jordan 4s, of course.
Okay.
I started like I grew into them now. Like I like them now. And the 11s, the high tops, unlike low tops.
Yeah. You said you like the 8s. Where do those rank? Like top 5, top 10,
Probably like my top 5, yeah, like my top 5.
top 5? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if anyone wants to hear our entire list of 14, DM us. Glad to post those on our story if that's what you guys want. I actually think it'd be pretty interesting. It might take me a little bit to form that list, but it'll be cool.
Yeah.
On to
Well,
what?
Did we? I was wanting to go back to what he said about was it the 13s? I don't know if we talked about it in a past episode, but the Lakers colorway that's coming out or that is out right now,
The white and purple one.
and it's sitting.
Yeah.
I-
The white and
I
purple
think that should
Lakers
sell out.
colorway.
I think that should be
I
sold
think
out.
that should sell out too. It's so clean.
I also think the denim 6s should be sold out.
I don't know why it's sitting. The
Yeah, that's the
denim
only.
sixes.
Yeah, that's
for
my
sure.
other favorite pair too. But like, I couldn't rock them. Probably if I
Yeah.
had like baggy jeans, but I don't like really baggy jeans.
On that topic of sleepers, sitters, Chicago mids. We brought this up last time, and I promise you we were talking about it today. And I'm glad that I had the week to think about it because here's my experience. After I talked about how people were overcharging all this stuff, StockX price. I was looking specifically for sizes 7.5 to 9 because those are like the best prices right now for the mids. They're at least 135 up to like 155 I think for a 7.5 and an 8. And I was asking around for. One of my friends was interested in buying a Chicago toe mid in a size 8. So I was doing my research, looking around Instagram, asking for an 8. The market is at, when StockX was at like 152, 154, every single one of these people was asking 160, 165. Usually with Instagram resellers, you never see that many people asking that high over StockX price. And
Yeah,
I'm pretty convinced now
it was
that
crazy. I didn't understand it.
yeah, I'm pretty convinced now that everybody thinks that they're gonna go up, and I see it because it's very,
Is unique.
very Chicago Bulls.
Yeah.
Like those are always the black, red, and white shoes. The Jordans are the ones that always skyrocket in value. I don't know when that's gonna happen. I actually give it a few months until they hit like 180 maybe. But what Mason was talking about last week was that the GS sizes, people were charging hefty for the GS sizes. Have you looked into that at all, Mason? Or seen that?
No, I
yet?
haven't looked into. I was just gonna ask you if you found out anything about that. I haven't looked into it really at all.
I've really seen like people still charging around the same, like 130, 140, even
Yeah,
160.
I wanna-
but, like, they're not worth
I
anymore.
want to reach out to someone.
Yeah. In some situations, like I remember the Obsidian ones, the Pine ones, Court Purples maybe, Royal Toes, the GS sizes were more expensive than the men's. But in this case with the Chicago Toe mids, that's not the case. And I don't understand why people are like in my opinion, 160 is not a bad price. Like I'm freaking out about that, but it's only because every single person that I asked told me 160. Usually I'll find some people that are like more reasonable with the market price. But in my eyes, I don't like to ask too high over market if my plan is to sell it. Like, yes, like maybe I can get that cash right now if I can find someone willing to buy it. But I usually just keep it in my room. Like I haven't posted anything about the Royal Toes because they're just sitting in my room and I'm just waiting for the value to go up. But I'm not
Yeah.
out here like asking like $350 on them.
Yeah.
Because like
Yeah.
maybe one day I would
Obsidians,
love to get that, but I'm not gonna ask that right now when the market's
It's
at 280.
it can go in either way. Yeah.
Yeah, but like maybe you can
I feel
find
like-
someone to pay that much, but like 160 isn't that high over the Chicago toes. But
Right.
Jose, what were you gonna say?
Oh, like the obsidians, they sold out, right? But like they didn't go up in value like right away. I mean, right
Yeah, it
away.
took a while.
Yeah, it took like a couple months. I mean, it's a clean colorway. Like almost every like girl like wants it. It's like the favorite TikTok shoe.
Yeah, I've had a couple
Hmm.
girls like hit me up for the Obsidians. I'm like,
Yeah.
why all of a sudden you want the Obsidians? These came out a while ago.
Yeah, I think
But-
that's why, cause like more high demands means like more like
Yep.
the market is going up.
Exactly.
I mean, they're
Um,
clean. I will get them for personals, but like I see too many girls want them.
Yeah. So about the Chicago toes, I had one 8.5, and we sold it to Kyle. Shout out to Kyle. I also found a 7.5, which is the best size. So I bought that after last week's episode. I bought the 7.5,
Dang.
and I was like, you know what? Everybody's talking about these, and we got an audience that wants to like actually find out. So guess what? I'm experimenting. I've never held a pair of mids before, but they're sitting right over there, and I plan not to let go of them. I'm hoping they reach like 180 maybe, and I give it until the end of the summer, because you
Yeah.
you
Like
might be able to
October.
find
I
it
mean-
like you might be able to find it in stores, but they haven't technically sold out everywhere yet,
Yeah.
so
Right.
they won't go up instantly.
That's what I was thinking. Like it's a clean colorway,
Yeah.
and it's just like the nostalgia of it. But it just also just depends how much these foot sites sell these pairs. Like
Yeah.
if they oversaturate it, like they did with the fire reds. I feel
Yeah.
like.
If anyone's wondering where you can buy them, you're not gonna find them on any foot site websites right now, but you might find them
Yeah,
in,
not
in
foot
stores
sites,
like
but-
at the malls, at shoe palaces.
Exactly.
Buying off
Yeah.
of StockX or Goat wouldn't be the worst idea in my opinion, just based on like all the hype. Like I feel like if a lot of people are like trying to buy them and like taxing on them, it's a good sign that they'll go up. It's just a matter of when. But I don't think if you can like put in a bid and you get something, I think it's a good investment opportunity. It's just weird because it's a mid. Like nobody ever freaks out about mids like this. But yeah,
No.
so I bought a pair, and then for my friend that size 8, I actually walked into Shoe Palace today, got the size 8. So hopefully she can get that one.
I saw them yesterday at stores sitting down. I was about to pick up a pair, but like I was thinking like they're probably because like people are like hyping them up that
Yeah.
they're gonna go up in value, and I was gonna pick them up to just like hold them, but I was like, can I take the chance? Can I take the risk? But I'm not sure.
Even
yet.
quick flips,
Yeah.
it's decent money, like $20-$30 depending on the size.
I think I'd prefer to do a quick flip on
Yeah.
those, just because I feel like with the money you spend on them,
You can invest
and you're
in
gonna have to
something else.
wait a while.
Yeah,
You could invest in something
Yeah.
else.
I'm
So
doing
I'm
this for
saying-
the people. I'm doing this for the people.
Yeah. Let's say
It's a clean.
let's say how people want like 160, right? You could easily sell it for like at least 130 and 140, and then just invest in a different shoe that actually can like that you know is actually gonna go up in value. Like invest in something
Right.
else, yeah.
So that was the one investment / sleeper that I wanted to cover, like mainly. We're kind of running out of time, so I want to summarize a couple things like pretty quickly. Like I said, I wanted to talk about like how our holding predictions have held up, or like a couple things that we've talked about in the past. And I just want to talk about it very briefly. We'll start with the beginning. I think we talked about Royal Toes. Royal Toes was probably like 4 weeks ago, and I've seen them creep up. I have a size 13. They were at like 250 when we shot the podcast, and now they're approaching 290. I'm trying to hold until they hit 300 and try to sell for 300. That'll be about $130 profit on one shoe that I only bought less than a month ago. So that'll be nice. The top 3 fives, I returned 2 pairs today. So that's 3 pairs that I've returned so far. Not much to say about that.
Those, yeah.
I think they're
I
cool.
mean,
I think they're
it's
cool.
no risk. They're
don't
cool, and
like
there
them.
wasn't a risk really. You might as well. I mean, I don't see why not.
I think they're cool. Shout out to Mr. Ikezi, our my junior year physics teacher. He actually bought a pair off me. I hooked him up for retail because they're not going for that much, but he liked it. He agreed with me. But I mean, at least I got him a pair, and returned all the other ones. But I also decided to keep my 12 and a half, and I think I'm gonna hold that for a little bit. We're just gonna see what it does. Um, I mean, otherwise free returns. It doesn't really matter that much. What the fours have kind of been stagnant since we've talked about them. They did shoot up, but I think
Yeah.
since all the stores have been opening, they've been sitting in the store. So a lot of people are it's like a shoe that wants to go up, but a lot of people are still actively selling it, so it's not really going anywhere. I give it another couple months for it to go up another $40. It's
Yeah.
at like 240 to 260. I think it'll be at 280 by the end of the summer. Also, towards the end
it's
of the
a nice
summer, we reach
colorway.
back to school season 2. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a nice
yeah, I like him.
colorway. I used to not like it, but like looking at it and like seeing how like Jordan like put the military force in the breads and I forgot what other colorway makes it like cool, like makes it unique.
Mm,
Yeah,
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 it is.
yeah, and I feel like it's gonna go up in value next year. It's probably gonna be up like at almost 300.
yeah.
So yeah,
I
I
can see
just like
that.
how it's each shoe is different, and I feel like red,
yeah.
white, and blue is just so clean
Yeah.
on any shoe, really.
What else? A couple other small ones. Oh, the purple metallics. I sold all my purple. Actually, I still have one GS size, but I bought a red metallic off my boy Danny. I've wanted to get one of the other ones other than the purple because those are regional exclusives, and so I bought a pair of reds, and I want to hold on to that one because I think when it's a regional exclusive, it's like an automatic that it'll go up a little bit at a
Mm.
faster rate
For
than some of
sure.
the others. They have like it takes longer for it to start increasing, but when it does, it's like more of a spike. In my experience, like once they hit like some kind of threshold that I'm not even sure like how they reach that threshold, all the regional exclusives just shoot up. Especially if you have a shoe that is not from your region. So it's a lot I feel like it's better to sell a Europe
For
exclusive
sure.
in America or sell a North America exclusive in Europe. So the fact that I have the red one, which I believe was a Europe exclusive, my boy Danny at Sneaker Dead SNKRDEAD, I believe. Shout out to Danny, my homie. Hooked me up with a pair of reds. So he convinced me. I was like, I might want to quick flip these because he gave me a good price, but he convinced me to hold them. So that's my plan. If you have a pair of purple metallics and you still have a pair of purple metallics and you can't sell them, I wouldn't be too afraid to hold. Just don't expect it to be super quick that they're gonna go up.
Yeah, like
Um,
the Pure Money Force. Like it was sitting, and then like right now they're
oh
going for
yeah,
like 400. Yeah,
yep, yeah,
yeah,
it's crazy. That took about 3 years.
yeah.
But so I mean, if you have that kind of capital and just want to stash it in a storage facility, storage unit, cool.
I can go right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, goat storage.
Yeah, you could just store in there.
That's another thing. Okay, goat killing it. Goat kill like
Yeah,
StockX doesn't have goat storage. You can buy off goat and leave it at the goat facility. Never have to pay shipping, and then if you want to sell it, they sell it like they ship it for you. So easy. So easy. But the only thing is that you would have to sell it through Goat, but still, super easy. You can pay them to ship it to you later. Forgot about that. Awesome. Great job, Goat. I applaud you.
yeah.
Good job. Okay, a couple good investments. One of them is a recent one that Jose just talked about a little bit ago, the Toro 14s. Then I want to talk about two future
Yeah, they're
releases.
going up.
One of them coming out this week. But let's start with the Toro 14s. Thoughts aesthetically? Thoughts?
Well, right now since they came out, they sold out fast. They're right now at market at 300, and I feel like they're gonna at least go up
Crazy.
by 100.
Crazy. They were a
Yeah,
lot harder to get than a lot of people thought. I've seen a lot of people have had a lot of luck with them and get like pairs in the double digits, like 10 pairs, 12 pairs. Other people could barely get their hands on one. I personally missed on sneakers and got 2 ghost charges off of Foot Locker, so I'm waiting to get my money back from those. For those of you who don't know, ghost charge is when you check out and they charge your card, but you don't get an order confirmation. So eventually, I will be refunded my money. It usually takes like a week and a half, but until then, the money's out of my bank. So, unfortunate for me. After that drop, because of how limited they were kind of hard to get. They were at like 260, 280 a couple of days before.
They were
the night
high.
before,
Yeah,
yeah.
they were
And then after
expensive.
the release, they go in up to like 320, 330, depending on the size. So like a nice $40 increase, and they haven't really come down from that high yet. From what I hear, the materials are awesome. The color's just super bright. Everybody loves the Toros. Like they're just
Yeah.
different like that. That bright red.
The only thing I
Another
like,
black and red.
yeah,
Yeah.
the only thing I like them is because I can match with the Nike hoodie that's the same color. Because that's like
Huh.
the white and the black in there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a clean shoe for like the summertime. I guess yeah.
Yeah. There's another red infused shoe that I want to get into after this one, but the alternate grape fives. I don't remember. Have they ever come out with these kinds of grapes? Because they've come out with the grapes that are like white with the purple and then the black with the purple.
Yeah.
Have they come out with the purple? This one's like all purple
No.
suede with like a black bottom.
Yeah.
They come out tomorrow. By
I
the way.
don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah, they're releasing tomorrow.
They're doing pretty good.
I don't think.
Retail's 200.
Yeah.
Yeah, retail's 200 and they're going for like 280, 300 last time I checked, but that was a couple days ago. I'll check right now. You guys like those or
Bro,
is
the
it too
grapes. The grapes are just so clean.
I like the
much? Which
white
one's your
ones.
And
favorite
it is
colorway of the
black
grapes
ones.
out of the three?
Definitely the white ones.
I like the black ones.
That's the OG, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm gonna sound like an idiot. Jose
Or-
likes the black.
Or
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because
Oh,
like
they're
it's
sitting at, like,
it's also
260 right
simple.
now. They're sitting at like 260 right now, but that's still super good. When the retail comes out to like 218 in the Bay Area after tax, I think they're going. I don't know. Like I can't say like how.
They're a clean shoe, and there's a lot of hype around them because when Will Smith wore them, I feel like that's an iconic. That's an iconic
Yeah.
picture.
The
Wait, they also came out with the gold ones, right?
What do you mean?
Like the gold like uppers. Was it something like that?
Oh,
Yeah.
wait.
What is that? I've never
Like
seen.
It's
the-
like
the
a
grapes?
rare one, isn't it?
Yeah. Is that I think it's limited edition one. It's like how the uppers are black
Oh,
and
the
white.
friends of it's friends and family.
Yeah.
I like vaguely remember it. Mason, size 10, highest bid, $4,600.
Dang.
Highest bid in any size.
I don't know
That's the
about
highest
those.
bid in any
To be
size.
honest,
Here, look.
I
I'll
just
show you a
remember
picture.
I'm looking on Goat right now. There's also there's pre-gate grapes.
Bro.
Oh damn.
The
Okay,
friends-
yeah, the
those
friends
are
and family
crazy.
grapes are hard. The upper is a gold satin, and then the tongue and the midsole are like a purple with that teal. Another thing about the alternate grapes, I like how they have the cement on the teal. That they don't have that on either the other two grapes. I like that little detail, the cement or like the little speckles. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Those are cool. I feel like the suede is gonna be pretty nice on that too. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully I can get a pair tomorrow. The last one I want to talk about is the Air Jordan 1 High Smoke Gray. It's basically like a light gray suede with white, and then the top area around the ankle is red. So it is another red Jordan that a lot of people are gonna go crazy for, but a lot of people are hating on the fact that it's primarily gray. So
Yeah.
this is different from the smoke gray mids. The smoke gray mids are all black, white, and gray. The smoke gray highs are light gray with a little bit of red and black in it.
It's around the ankle.
Yeah.
It's red.
These are sitting at, depending
I don't
on the
know how to
size,
feel
they're all
about
over.
those.
They're all pretty much above 300. Yeah, this is also pre-release. These release on Saturday.
I don't know how to feel about those.
I don't like those. When
I'm
I saw
going for it.
those,
They're clean.
Definitely go for them. Any Jordan ones, any
Yeah,
Jordan
definitely
1
going
highs
for
these
them.
days, just go for it. And the prices are still nice. They'll probably drop to like 260, 250. Do the classic thing where they sit around 230, 250 while everybody quick sells them, and then after a couple months they go up. I don't see these sitting at a low price for too long. I'm also not sure how hard these are going to be to get. But I like them. It looks like it's suede. It looks like the gray and the black swoosh. It looks like it's suede.
I feel like they couldn't release an all gray Jordan 1 High, so they had to put in some red to get it.
I feel like
Because red is always good on the Jordan High.
yeah. I feel like they didn't put too much effort into that shoe. They just put like a random color. Like just red and gray.
It looks like it's pretty sectioned off. It's like the top part is all colorful and then the bottom part is
Yeah.
all like more plain. I don't know. It's like one of those things that's like if somebody gave it to me as a gift, like if I wasn't going to sell it, like if somebody gave it to me as a gift, I'd wear it, but I probably wouldn't spend my money to buy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
Yeah,
I'm not going to
exactly.
see it and be like, oh, I want to return this. Like, I'm not really feeling it. It's just like,
I'll,
yeah, it's cool. I'll keep
if I
it.
wear it, I'll probably put like my jeans over the red part.
The red
And
part?
just yeah, that's what
I
I
was going to
was.
say.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, you can argue that it doesn't really fit well, like, with itself. You know, like, the
Yeah.
colors don't really fit well
Because
together.
you could barely match with like streetwear with that. I mean, if
Hmm.
you cover over like the red I said, you could probably match with like a gray, light gray hoodie or like a shirt.
Yeah.
But like I feel like if that red is popping up, it's kind of gonna be hard to like match with something.
Yeah. So, basically, all those three that we just talked about. I'm not so sure about the Toro 14s going up very much. Oh, four, including the Chicago Toes. So Chicago Toes, Toro 14s, alternate grape 5s, and smoke 1s. All of them have great potential for profit. Anybody looking to invest. If you're going to invest into the aftermarket on any of these, I would say Chicago Mids and Smoke 1s are probably... Chicago Toe Mids and Smoke 1s are probably your best bet, just because 1s are the most reliable to go up in price over time. But if you can get any of these at retail, all great buys. If you can get them all at retail or a little bit above retail, I think great buys.
Yeah.
Next week, in terms of investments, I want to talk about the Sketch 11 lows, or like the Concord. They're like call them like the reverse Concord lows or something. It's interesting.
That is sketch and yeah.
Yeah. Those don't come out for a minute, so hopefully we can talk about that next week. I want to thank Jose for joining us again today. Make sure to follow him on Instagram at Bay Area Plug 5100. Fremont local, Bay Area local, really chill dude. Hopefully we can chop it up in person soon.
Yeah. Probably like
Make
next
some
year.
deals, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Next
we
year,
need to
Bay
make some
Area.
deals.
Bay Area
Yeah,
sneaker
Sneaker
con.
Con Bay Area,
Yeah.
whenever they have that.
Yeah. I was so
Yeah, we'll look
excited
it
for
up.
this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to get me and Mason and like some of the Eminem guys down to Phoenix, but that's not gonna happen anymore.
I was looking forward to it.
But yeah,
To
Jose.
any sneaker con.
Yeah, Jose, you have anything else other than the Instagram that you want to plug, or is it just mainly the Instagram?
Just Instagram, I guess.
Sweet. Yeah, make sure to
Yeah.
follow him. If you get this far in the podcast, DM us your top 3 Jordans between 1 and 14. And if you want us to if you want us to give you that list 1 to 14, let us know. We'll do it. Stay tuned. Looking at our page soon. Eminem, at Eminem Resell on Instagram. I am excited to announce that we will be very, very, very soon releasing T-shirts, and a great opportunity for those that want to support us but don't want to spend $200 on shoes. We totally feel you. Shirts will most likely be $20, and surprise, we have 2 designs, I think. Mason,
Potentially. We're working on it.
Almost. We'll get there. I want to do it this week. I'm trying to do it this week. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. Thank you for all the support. We really appreciate it. And signing off, it's Mateo.
It's Mason. Thanks for listening.
And it's Jose.
And we will catch you in the next one.
Bye-bye.